What is like your biggest hope for your kids?
Oh man. Scott, I don't spend a lot of time with those thoughts.
Yeah.
And it's not because I'm blocking you or dodging
Yeah.
the
No, I
question,
appreciate it.
because it's a beautiful question. But I've spent a lot of time trying to, in a way, get out of that. Let's just say that attachment. Because
Yeah.
when you said that, that's what I felt like. Oh, that's a heavy attachment.
Mhm.
Because the second that I have a hope, now it's got to be fulfilled. And if it's not, then I have this, I'm let down. Or if it is, then my ego flares up. So I'd have to really sit with that. I'd have
Yeah.
to really sit with and give some space to like, what hopes do I have? Because it would come back to a lot of things we talked about early on. Like, I hope that they're respectful. I hope that they find time in nature and treat the earth well. I hope that they treat humans how they want to be treated. It has right now, it has very little to do with accomplishments. It's more
Yeah.
like, how are they in the world? How they show up.
Yeah.
And ultimately, are they the fullest or best expression of themselves? Because that would make me happy. It would make me sad to see them turn into something that just wanted to please me for
Right.
some achievement orient.
Yeah. No, I like that because I'm similar to you. I don't have some, oh, I hope my kid's the first one in our family to go to an Ivy League school, or, I hope he's a
Mm-hmm.
doctor, or, whatever, this classically gets called like the model minority methodology of like, oh, firstborn, I hope he's a doctor, an accountant, or a lawyer or something like that. I don't have any of those at all. But man, I do sit around and ponder a lot like, man, when my kids are old, I hope they really like me. I
Mm.
hope they really like themselves, right? I hope they want to come over with their grandkids, assuming I don't smoke too many cigars and I live that long. I have hopes for like the person they become, but less and less I have attachment around like what they do or what they accomplish or whatnot. Like, other than maybe health, because that's been something that has run horrible in our family for several generations. Like, I do have a lot of hope and desire, and I'm pretty pushy around the health stuff. My wife and I really have this, I wouldn't even say it's an argument. We have this discussion a lot where it's like, should a 5-year-old really know that we shouldn't be eating too much sugar? Is that going to lead to some type of eating disorder? I'm like, no, I don't think so. I think we're handling it the right way. But yeah, there's a lot of hopes for like who they become as a person versus like what they accomplish as Gabriel or Alina, if that makes any sense.
Dude, that's a reflection of you. Like I said earlier, like, you have this beautiful heart inside that I've been blessed or fortunate to experience in person many times. And that is not the answer that most adults would give, most parents. I mean, I see it all day long. And, to go to the edge, I challenge people. I'm like, if you have some aspiration for your child to be this competitive athlete or this stellar lawyer or this smart physician, I'd really challenge you on why, and to get honest about that. That's actually about you. It has nothing to do with them. It's
Right.
some insecurity, it's some projection. I believe that, at least.
Right.
Whereas, back to your point, like, if you want a relationship with your child as they get older, or if you just want them to be themselves, to be the best expression of themselves, which can be challenging if they choose, non-orthodox paths into life,
Right.
then that is beautiful, because now you've sort of let go of the ego and all these expectations. Dude, it's an important topic, because I see that in sports, and I have a hyper competitive athlete
I
underneath.
was I was just gonna go to the sports analogy where you can always see the father who's like, I want my kid to be healthy and involved in team sports
Yep,
versus I wasn't the quarterback. I want my
that's
kid to
it.
be the quarterback. It's brutal.
Dude, it is so obvious when, at least from my experience being in young youth sports
Mm-hmm.
environments, I'm just like, whoa, this dude running up and down the court screaming at these 6-year olds is clearly hasn't processed some shit
Yeah.
that he needs to deal with. Because, and it's hilarious, dude, because like, when Everest had his first year of basketball, like, there'd be some kids that'd be like picking their nose or like trying to get to the other court. Like, they're just not even anywhere in the game.
Right.
They're only there because their parents' ego brought them there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Do you ever want to pull those parents aside and be like, hey, bro, you're 5'7", your kid's not going to be LeBron? Like, sorry, just
Of course I do. But then I have to
aren't-
eat my own medicine and be like, yo, who are you to tell this dude?
Totally.
Yeah, I definitely, there's times where I want to play that justice maker and be like, calm the fuck down.
Right.
Let your child be, but that's not my place.
Yeah, nobody's going pro at 7 years old. Like that's just not the path.